Let's fucking go.
Yo, what is up? Hello to all of my fellow troglodytes and Neanderthals, all you hairy-knuckle dragon apes, everybody in the Red Pill Manosphere, and to all the good faithful family. Welcome to the Good Faith Podcast, where we maneuver around toxic debauchery, attempting to find harmony with our fellow man and dissect society's caustic degeneracy. If it's a pre-apocalyptic dystopia that you seek, then look no further. Here it is. I'm your host, Ninjah. We understand you could have been a million other places, and the time's the most precious commodity any of us have. So from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to share my gratitude with you all. Viewer and listener discretion is advised due to the sensitive nature of some of our topics. We hope you will shield youngins from some of the vulgarity that may be spewed here. We're going to talk about hoes. We're going to talk about smut.
Smut, Bill.
It must be noted that those views, though, the views that are expressed by the panel are not necessarily the views of the Good Faith Podcast. We're no fiduciary. We assume no culpability of investment performance as a result of following our financial advice. Our simple aim is to entertain and inform. Anybody living in the greater Philadelphia area interested in making an appearance on our show can reach me in a DM on Facebook or Instagram at Christopher Bueling. See the Patreon link in the description if you'd like to make a campaign contribution to facilitate our meteoric rise.
There he is! It's you! Take your hat off and
In all seriousness, though, times are tough. Any proceeds we receive will be going towards avoiding eviction, keeping the lights on, medicating Clark with all of his health concerns, and feeding our gracious guests. Once again, if you feel you've been given value by us, it takes barely any extra effort to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way anytime we go live, you can be notified. Speaking of notifications, this is your notification. The Good Faith Podcast now not only on YouTube and Twitch, but it's also on Apple, Spotify, Patreon, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and RSS.com. We'll keep pushing out these episodes so long as our following stays growing, and our following has been growing. This is our 50th episode, so we're going to celebrate. We got a good one lined up for you guys. I really appreciate all the viewers who have, been with us this whole way. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do it without you. Without my viewers, without my audience, I would just be some, lonely guy in his bedroom talking to himself. The path to notoriety will be for our listeners to spread the good word of the pod. If you have somebody in mind who would enjoy listening to us, they might be informed, they want to ridicule us, send a link to your friends and family. All publicity is good publicity. Our objective is to have balance between the red and the blue, so if you have somebody in mind who enjoys listening to podcasts, please spread our channel. And I really mean it. I love my trolls. My trolls are, I have a saying, my trolls move me closer to my goals. So, I fuck with my trolls, I love my haters. But on to the scent of the week. The fragrance of the week is Versace Pour Home. And it's an aromatic fougere with a fresh, clean, and citrusy profile, offering a balance of floral and woody notes with a musky base. It's got top notes of lemon, bergamot, neroli, rose de mai, middle notes
As said, hey. Congrats on the 50th episode. It's me, Light. There's an echo coming on the mic.
Oh, fucking motherfucker. Sorry, just cursed in the first 15 minutes of my podcast. The algorithm's going to punish me for that. Let me see what I can do to fix the echo. But Versace Pour Home's got middle notes of hyacinth, cedar, clary, sage, and geranium, and base notes of tonka bean, musk, and amber. The scent blends essential ingredients of Mediterranean origin for a masculine aroma that reflects a confident, modern man living in harmony with nature. And the shirt of the week is my fucking... Oh, there you go, cursing up the storm. Karl Malone, the mailman. I got the Utah Jazz hat on. Hat of the week, Utah Jazz. Director of the week, we were talking about Judd Apatow, and I said my favorite Judd Apatow movie is 40-Year-Old Virgin. I'm interested to know what my guest's favorite Judd Apatow movie is. He's one of the godfathers of modern comedy. Every movie that he does is hilarious, but some of them are better than others. So I'd like to talk about. I'd like to talk about the themes and the tropes that he has in his movies because I think they're relevant to modern men. And like a lot of his characters are those like stoogey, stoogey, chubby, pudgy, domestic dorks. You know what I mean? And like I don't think that we should emulate them. That's what that's kind of the thing is like we laugh at them, we don't be them. Book of the Week is very important people, which I think it was very riveting. I was suggested it by Michael, and I read it. I thought it was great. Oh, sorry. Let me admit Dillon in here. Here we go. Okay, and but without further ado, I'm now going to turn it over to my guests. I'm going to introduce them, and I'm going to try and figure out why the hell my microphone is echoing. But without further ado, here we go. What's up, Martin, Dillon? How you guys doing?
What up? Dillon, brother.
So, at this time, could you guys introduce your name, age, occupation, and highest level of education completed?
Okay, name's Martin Pierce. Current occupation is a warehouse manager for a coffee importer. I'm retired U.S. Army Aviation. Black Hawk was my platform. And right now, I'm just currently pursuing building a YouTube channel. And I talk about it because the action has been taken and it's going. It's doing it, man. I'm good.
And would you like to share your first of all, what is your Instagram handle? I'll put that in the description if you wish.
Martin Pierce KC is my Instagram. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm 50 years old. Oh, you said highest education level. Well, I would say senior what is it? Senior leaders course, senior NCOE. Dylan, what was it called? Senior leaders course is basically the course in order to get picked up for master's.
Right. You went through NCO school, right?
Yeah. I did that was the course. I achieved it. Now I was stuck at staff sergeant, so I didn't make it past E6 because I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I just would not do it.
And okay, and what is your what are your multiple YouTube channels? And I will write those in the description as well.
Okay, so for my man on the street, it's Martin Pierce KC on YouTube. And then for the channel I just created and I'm still trying to build, it's called Kids Play Zone. I am working on a YouTube channel to target quality entertainment for children. I would say under the age of 8, because mom and dad are busy, and so they put a screen in front of their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to hopefully reach out worldwide and be one of those entertainment providers for kids. The idea is that it's a boy who's a protagonist and he likes to play a lot in the playground. He has access to this playground. And so he doesn't really have too many friends in the beginning. He has maybe one or two friends. I don't know yet. So what he does, he gets bored. And so he leaves the playground and goes on adventures. And so when he goes on these adventures, he meets other children or other kids his age. These groups of kids are trying to solve a problem, they're trying to build something, they're trying to do a thing, and they're just having a challenge in finalizing it. So my protagonist, he comes in, leadership role, helps the kids, guides the kids, completes the project, everybody wins, yay, and maybe they all go back to the playground to play ball or play in the playground. And that's all it is.
That sounds interesting. I can see why you're excited about it.
Yeah.
And Dylan, would you introduce yourself? Name, age, occupation, highest level of education completed, and if you are so inclined, share any social media handles that you'd like me to add to the description.
Sure. I'm Dylan Swain. I'm 27. No, I'm 28 now. My birthday was a week ago.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
thank you.
birthday.
Thank you guys. Uh, so I graduated college in 2019. It was University of New Haven. So I had a bachelor's in forensic science. And then I took myself, joined the Army, and now I'm a specialist E4 in the Army, working over at, getting trained for explosive ordnance.
Oh
Uh,
shit, you're going EOD? Oh,
and then before that, I was in 11 Bravo, so I was your infantry. So
all right, Dylan, are you going like special forces? Are you like going all the way? What are you doing, man?
well, here's it's every dude's dream to be in a high paced environment with the cool guys, right? So
Yeah,
it's part of the future, sure, that
yeah,
I'll try
yeah,
out maybe in who knows what may happen, other jobs come about, but it, I do appreciate their mission set. Let's put it that way.
yeah, yeah. I tried to go 160th. I put in a packet to go into 160th. They just didn't take me. And then I was like, okay, I need to go be a crew chief gunner type shit. Like I need to go air assault type stuff and get that time. But anyway, I just ended up being one of them technical inspectors inspecting the aircraft and stuff like
That's pretty cool too, because you get to mess around with the Blackhawks,
that.
and you're not really stuck on land.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm always kicking you guys out. Get the fuck out. Get out of my aircraft. Then we
Yeah,
take off and we get the next set.
yeah, I'd love to hear more about that later on if we got time for that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, definitely.
my
This is
Instagram handle is just my name, Dylan Swain.
Okay.
Everything, just search me up, Dylan Swain. You'll find me on every platform. It's not hard to find.
And New Haven, like New Haven, Connecticut.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right across from Yale.
Okay. Is that where you were born?
Oh no, oh god, no, could not be
Where were you?
Connecticut.
Tell me about your early life.
Sure, I was born in New York, so born in the Bronx, lived in Yonkers for a few years, then moved over to Westchester. Westchester is about 40 minutes away from all the boroughs, so it happens to be that one nice area. If you go on Instagram and you see all those memes about New York, you'll probably see Westchester in there, and that's like the melting pot for. It's almost like the subcategory of Manhattan. So still upscale. However, there's pockets of um, middle class, low class, and then there's tons of urban life. It's not, sorry, suburban life. It's not urban by any means necessary. It's not rural by any means necessary. It's all suburban. You got Mount Kisco in Westchester. You got White Plains. Most people know what White Plains is. Ossining, Peekskill, that area, Yorktown. So pretty cool, pretty chill spot.
Yeah, I've been all over, like all over New York, all over North Jersey, all over Connecticut, all over not so much Massachusetts, but not so much Massachusetts and Rhode Island, but all over Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. Like I've been all over New England. Is Connecticut considered New England?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I did track in college, and we had a New England competition. So I was like, "What's New England?" Then I learned that there's like a New England territory, and it
Yeah.
encompasses I think Rhode Island. Correct me if I'm wrong. Rhode Island, Connecticut, part of Massachusetts. Am I wrong here?
I think all of Massachusetts, I believe.
All of Massachusetts. Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's other places, right?
Yeah, and then Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire.
There we go.
I believe it's everything north of New York is New England technically. How's the pizza there? Is like I heard it's like amazing pizza, right?
You're telling me you haven't had New York pizza?
No, like Connecticut pizza.
Oh, you must be out of your mind.
It's really good, right?
Oh yeah, it's terrific.
Yeah,
Terrific.
I want to try that.
It's to die for.
What is it? It's just like really thin, crunchy crust.
Dude, if anybody goes to Connecticut for pizza, they probably have the IQ of a baby. Like you going to Connecticut for pizza is insane. It's not the same as New York, and I will die hard by that comment.
Okay. Well, I've had some Manhattan pizza. I don't think I've ever had pizza in another borough of New York, but like I've had several slices in Manhattan. But
Yeah, you had the $7 slice, unfortunately.
yeah. But it's huge. It's like you get a slice and it's like this big of a slice. You only need like two slices and you're good.
Oh yeah. The thing about it, we still don't know what it is. We talk to Italians, me personally, and um, pizza raiders. They'll talk to Italian shop owners. They'll talk to they'll do like a brand. They'll have a company where they taste test pizzas and they'll go online and market for pizza shops and tell you which pizza shops are the best ones to go to in New York. And dude, they will all say the same thing. We don't know what makes the pizza taste good in New York. The Italians got the same ingredients that the people in Massachusetts have, that the people in Florida have, but why does the pizza taste different? We
Could
don't
it
know. We think it's the pipe water, something around the iron and the minerals and the old pipes, It's just maybe it's the magnesium in the wood.
could it be that maybe they use cooking equipment that is seasoned? Have you ever heard about like I have cooking skills. Like I have 3 cooking skills. They're seasoned. Soap never touches them. Never. It's just put some oil in there, heat it up, take a paper towel, wipe it out.
Well, they have
Couldn't
brick
be.
ovens.
Okay, so brick
They
oven.
don't
So
really
the
have a
brick ovens
stove.
are probably
Yeah.
seasoned in a certain way, you know?
It could be. However, if you have brick ovens in Florida, California, North Dakota, Minnesota, I'm sure we can probably tell like there's stores and pizza shops that have been open for more than 30, 50 years, maybe. Why
Yeah.
are those pizza shops still not up to par as New York? Even though they
Right.
got, seasoned equipment, they got the same ingredients, same or extremely similar. We don't know,
There's got to
dude.
be a secret. It's got to be a secret that they just don't
Has
give
to be.
out.
I'm telling you, it's the water. It's all the metals in the water making that pizza just taste good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the rusty pipes.
All right. So, would you guys tell me about your relate? And I can introduce myself if anyone's new to this channel. Welcome. My name is Chris. You can call me Ninja. I'm 34. My occupation, I wear many hats, as you could tell. I'm wearing a different hat in every episode. But my main job is 9 to 5. I'm a life skills coach for a private school for all that deals with autism. I'm a photographer and face painter for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm a value investor. I'm trying to learn how to become a day trader, but every time that I day trade, I make like epic, disastrous decisions. So it's a lot safer to just be like a value investor and trade and like and buy stocks that have like strong fundamentals. So like that's much more in my circle of competence, as Warren Buffett would talk about. And I'm a e-commerce vendor. My link is in the description if you want to check out my e-commerce store. I sell trousers and vests and ties and suit jackets and anything that I think can make people look more presentable for an affordable price. And then my fifth job is I'm a podcaster. So and now guys, can you tell me about your relationship status and your longest relationship? My relationship status is I'm single, and my longest relationship was about three and a half years or something like that.
Okay, so my relationship status is a little bit complicated. I am what society considers is a passport bro. So I do have 2 very close female friends in the Philippines right now, but they're in the Philippines. And so here in America, technically, I'm single. The thing that helps me knowing that I have my Filipina female friends, and I have a Filipina network established in the Philippines from my travels while in the military, because we go all over the place, and when we go all over the place, we establish networks. We build a network. Basically, I did social circle accidentally back in the like 2003 to 2004, and so that's how I met my current Filipina girlfriends. And So here in America, it's been really different, and it's really weird. I do go downtown to KC and meeting women. It's just been an interesting dynamic. What else was there you wanting to know? So
That's good. Or speaking of KC, I'd be remiss if I weren't to like fucking gloat right here. World fucking champions. Everyone else suck our dicks. Fuck the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, I I really never followed like football until I came to Kansas City. Then I got onto the Kansas City Chiefs, train, and I saw that they lost, and I'm like, oh well. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm doing my thing right now, man. I got too much shit going on. I don't have time to take
Wait,
it
how long have you lived in Kansas City?
I moved here back in November. No, what was it? September 2019.
Oh,
Uh,
and where's your state of origin?
my state of origin is New Mexico,
Oh,
Farmington. Oh, yeah, Farmington, New Mexico.
that's
Uh,
actually where I was conceived in Albuquerque.
Albuquerque's a shithole, dude. I got out of that town in late 1996 when I entered the military after graduating from college, associate's degree, and I'm glad I left that town. That town, if I would have stayed in that town, I would have turned into a freaking mess. It would have just gone downhill in a bad direction. I think leaving the town, going into the military, actually saved my life. And hey, I got a pension and a retirement for it as well. So it's okay. It's all right.
Dude, the
And,
military is the most underrated move
uh,
all of history.
yeah, say it again. What was that
The
again?
military, making the choice to join the U.S. military is the most underrated move in all of history. Most people, most guys, they'll say, I don't want to go get treated like, dog shit and get treated
Yeah,
less than what I'm worth. And
yeah,
growing up, you're afraid of getting yelled at. However, the leadership schools that you go to, like Martin, you've been to a leadership school at a young
yeah,
age. You what's your highest level of education? You claim that as an education because it really is. It's a leadership school.
yeah. They do actually senior leadership. That's SLC for to go picked up, or you have to do the class or course to get E9.
Hmm.
Um,
And even
and
besides the leadership, you got
it,
academics up the ass. Like for
yeah,
every job, you get qualifications to do your job, but to get out,
so
they break you.
Dylan, if you keep going through it, if you keep doing it and pushing and actually do it, if you do it, basically you're going to get equivalent to a master's course, like a PhD.
Try again.
I consider myself basically, yeah, on a leadership type experience level bachelor's degree, basically. And you learn a lot. I mean, you make these circles of social circles, and like right now, I'm in contact with one of my buddies who was in the military. He retired as well. He's having some difficulties. I'm kind of coaching him through it. I'm like going, and it's like it's kind of crazy. It's like wow, there's just so many men out there. Just they're really fighting right
What do you mean fighting?
now. Just this improving themselves, finding
Oh,
a way to improve themselves. I've experienced it too. It's like it feels like whenever we improve ourselves, or it's like we get to that certain level, we hit that level, and we have to break through that level. But when we hit that level, there's things fighting back, and you have to fight through it. And once you fight through it, then you can come up to another level. That's kind of what I've been experiencing these past, you know, I would say these past 12 months.
And so Dylan, what is your relationship status and longest relationship?
I am single, dating, having fun. Uh, longest relationship status, 2 years and some change.
Okay. And what are your guys? This is the Good Faith podcast. We talk about faith. What are your guys' spiritual denominations? I'll start. I'm a Christian. I kind of consider myself non-denominational. Like I agree with all Christian denominations. However, like I personally attend a Baptist church, so I guess you could call me like a Baptist Christian or whatever. But I'm just a vanilla Christian.
Um,
You
Me,
are.
I would, yeah. I That's crazy because I was actually raised in a Baptist church as well as a child. Now I left the church, but I kept my faith and belief to this day. So I do consider myself a Christian, and I would say I'm not like man created orthodox, like, because man created the religion, but I left that, but I keep the Bible, I keep the thoughts, and I keep the beliefs. So I'm more of a spiritual person in the teachings of the Bible.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
You would just say
Not astronomy, right?
just spiritual in general. Like you believe in like a higher power, but like that's where it ends, kind of.
I think what Martin's saying is if the hedgehog doesn't come out, it's a bad day.
Yep.
No, I totally get what you mean.
And Dylan, do you share that same spiritual belief, or do you have a different belief system?
Mine is so I was born in an Episcopal church, Episcopalian, and so if you're asking me my religion, it's that.
Okay.
Do I still go to church every Sunday? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Sunday, it's the Lord's Day, the Sabbath, but like if I had to like get dressed up and go to a church every single Sunday, my church attendance would probably be like pretty trash. Luckily, my church is streamed on YouTube, so I watch church live every day from my bedroom. You know, I think it's
Have
a
you
lot
have you ever
easier.
heard of Jack Hibbs? Have you ever heard of Jack Hibbs?
Nah.
Jack Hibbs. I'll put him. I like his work. So like, if I do want some spiritual, like hearing from a pastor type stuff, I go to Jack Hibbs. I
Okay.
will definitely share with you that.
Do you guys like Joel Osteen?
No, absolutely not.
I like him. I mean, he's he's a little gaudy, you know, like performing in like the where the Houston Rockets play or whatever, like in a mega church. But I do like his message, and he's an inspirational guy. Maybe he lacks a little humility and stuff like that, but I genuinely like what he has to say.
I I'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
I think Jack Hibbs though.
Okay.
I think Jack Hibbs is definitely the go-to. So he's in California and he's fighting the fight because we all know what's going on in California if we're up and we know what's going on. And I like what he says. He's a non-denominational, but teachings according with the Bible, and he has some really good stuff. And when I want it, that's where I go to.
Okay, I'll check them out. And speaking of California, have you guys ever been to Coronado, where the real military men train?
Really?
That place is. I've been to Fort Irwin, California. I was stationed there for 2 years, and the place sucks. I lived in Barstow, and it was horrible. But since I'm a Blackhawk guy, our aircraft were at the, I think it's called Daggett Airfield. It's a civilian airfield, and so our aircraft, our fleet, were not physically on Fort Irwin. They were in Daggett. So if we needed any military, like commissary, medical stuff like that, we actually uh, there's a Marine station right outside of Barstow, and so I lived in Barstow and commuted to Daggett Airfield. And what our mission there was to support all the incoming personnel that's going to train. Dillon knows this. I don't know how many times you've been to NTC, but we would support.
I've been unfortunate not to touch anything that relates to NTC.
Have you ever been there?
No, I hope I don't ever go there.
You're good. Oh, come on, bro. Look, it's
For those who don't know what NTC is, correct me if I'm wrong. It's National Training Center.
Yeah.
And it's a training center for conventional forces. So when we do our training for large scale operations, we a bunch of U.S. soldiers will go there. This is not just Army. I believe it's joint, right? So it's Air Force.
Yeah. We see all.
Yeah, and you guys do large scale operations. I mean, battalion, hundreds of men doing movements across the desert.
Yeah, it's brigade level. You're talking like multiple brigades doing. A brigade is the average size of a Black Hawk brigade, I believe, is over 1,000 troops, 1,000 service members, and I believe it's 90 Black Hawks and I think 10 Chinooks. So we're looking at it could be more than that. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in, but it's pretty large scale.
Yeah, just sucking it in the desert.
Yeah. Well, for us, we were support, so we weren't actually going into the box and training. We were like we would do training with special forces. We would be doing training with your what do you call them? Your help me out, Dylan. When you go out and you do training, you have what's called the people who are in your counteroffensive, your counter forces.
OPFOR.
Thank you, OPFOR. So we would actually. Thank you. It's been a while. That's fine.
For the latest term, for those who don't know, it's just the enemy. So if you got a dude that you're playing a game with, your opposition, OPFOR, opposition forces.
Yeah. So we would actually go in and train with the OPFOR and provide services for the OPFOR. You know, they're jumping out of Blackhawks. They're doing parachute out of Blackhawks and stuff like that. That's interesting. That was the first time I ever did that. That's pretty freaking cool. Oh, and I got a story about that location. Okay, I'll tell it now. So we're out doing training as a crew chief. You have to go out and you have to train. You got to go fly. And we're under night NVGs. I'm one of the crew chiefs.
And for what people don't know is a night vision goggle. Martin, a lot of people don't know these acronyms.
Okay. All right. So night vision goggles. Got it. All right. Get out of the acronyms. So we're flying and I'm getting evaluated from an instructor to make sure I know what I'm doing as a crew chief. So we just assist the pilots in whatever they need assist with. And we're under night. We have night vision goggles. We're between two mountains, and we're in a Black Hawk, and we're about 1,000 feet above the ground, or AGL. 1,000 feet above the ground. And the pilot just wants to do a high hover. I don't know why. So he's doing a high hover, holding hover, When you hold hover, you basically the helicopter is staying in a position and not moving.
Mhm.
Well, he wants to go hover aft because black helicopters can go backwards in the air. Well, we have a tailwind, and we're getting a tailwind, and it's like it's fighting the helicopter, and I'm feeling these weird vibrations. Just when I get on the mic, I'm about to say, hold position, basically stop what you're doing. Pilots, stop what you're freaking doing, because I don't feel comfortable. And we can do that. We have that power. As soon as I key that mic, we lose tail rotor thrust. Tail rotor thrust is what keeps the helicopter from rotating unexpectedly out of control. We lost the tail rotor thrust somehow. So when we lost it, I get thrown out of my seat. I still have my straps on, but I'm not like locked in. But I have my everything's on, but I'm not locked in. Locked in means if something happens, you're not gonna get thrown out of the seat. Well, I wasn't locked in, so I got thrown out of the seat. And that tail came around so quick. And the pilot, thank God he was a good pilot. He dumps what's called the collective. The collective, what holds you, what goes up and down. He dumps it to take all power out, and he noses the the cycle full forward and down to the left, and he puts us into a dive, which is what you do. That is what you do. As he puts you into it, as we were going into a dive, we regain control of the tower, so the helicopter is no longer trying to, go out and lose control. It's now in control, but we're in a dive. And he pulls out in a controlled manner and comes to a level of flight. And by that time, we're 100 feet above the ground, probably in less than 2 seconds. I thought I was going to die that day. And we're like, it's time to go home. Night is over. We're done.
Yeah,
That's my funny story at NTC.
it's a wild story.
So,
Glad you're here, man.
Keith McCrae says swole Swain train and Pierce Maddock in the house.
Are we live? Actually live? You can,
yeah, I shoot all my episodes live just because it's like I feel like a little easier, and I don't know, kind of gives me like people can watch me while I'm live, and then they can watch the replay, like doubles the exposure or whatever. And also chats.
Dougie Fresh said, "Yeah, baby."
Like Dougie saying, "Yeah, baby," and like I can hear them.
Dougie Fresh said, "Fuck it, well do it live."
That's cool.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. That's right, Dougie. So if you guys could have any superpower, what superpower would you choose? And I'll start. I would choose Kryptonian cells, so that way I'm like bulletproof. And then maybe if I was bulletproof, then I'd go like fight overseas, and I'd go train to be a Navy SEAL or something like that. Nothing could hurt me really.
Interesting. Knowing how to read the market in the way to where I can be a billionaire in a day, and then I could support people, with their causes. That's
master of electronics. You'll be able to electronically own the market.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Have the brain of like a high frequency trading algorithm, and just be able to like trade in the second, get in and out of stocks in like a split second.
Futures trading.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You ever heard of Static Shock? The old cartoon hero.
Who?
No.
Static Shock.
Yes, like he like wrote on a trash can lid, right?
A trash can is crazy. I don't think he wrote on a trash can.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
what. Didn't he like ride on that like metal whatever you fucking call it?
Was
Like
it
it
a
was.
trash can? I don't think it was a trash
I
can.
think he like statically charged the trash can lid and he like rode around on it.
Oh, you know what? You might be right. That's crazy.
But you would choose the power of harnessing electricity.
Me or Pierce?
You.
Oh no.
No,
Me,
okay.
I would choose probably. I thought about this. Probably to fly. I like flying.
Yeah. Okay.
For some reason, I like flying.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, flying it because if you can fly, well, that
Basically,
solves a lot
Superman's
of
power.
problems.
I don't want one power. I want Superman's power, which combines like 4 different freaking powers.
I mean, he was the best superhero of our culture, pretty much.
I don't know, man. I love Superman to death me. However, Batman did beat Superman.
It's true, and it was a common thing. Is like really when you think about it, over our culture, it was always Superman or Batman.
Testing the
One or
text
the
with
other,
fresh
always
viewer.
going
Said, yo,
at it.
congrats on
And
50
obviously,
eps,
there was
brother.
the movie. Yes, Batman did beat Superman in the fight.
Hey, Fresh, good to hear from you, man. Thank you for congratulating me on the 50th episode. It feels good. Are we all DC over Marvel here? Because I know for sure I'm fucking DC over everything.
Ooh, good question.
Dylan, you do that one first. You go first.
DC or Marvel? I'd have to say that's a tough shot. You got good guys on both sides. I am a Marvel fan. However, my alter ego is DC. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You can go Superman, but then you can go Flash. Flash is fire. I'm sorry, man.
Rick
To be able to turn
said,
back time, to be
congratulations,
fast as
Chris.
hell.
Hail
Oh
Hydra.
yeah.
So
I wouldn't be late for things.
Rick is saying Hail Hydra. I do. Captain America has always been my favorite Marvel superhero. I feel like he's like I'm like a sucker for the originals. Like I want my superheroes to be like as old as like my great grandfather or whatever, and like Captain America's been around for at least 80 or 90 years, maybe even longer than that.
He's been around for a while.
Yes, Superman and Batman have been around for like I think about 100 years or so. Yeah. Martin, who do you like better, DC or Marvel?
I never really paid attention to the dynamics between the two. It was just more about following, the characters and what they performed. And I really wasn't really into comics that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say, what's the? I'm drawing a blank. What is the multi-billionaire who built the armored suit?
Iron Man, Tony Stark.
Yep, Tony Stark. Tony Stark, because I think that's more of a using technology to give you the ability to do things for society. I would imagine, kind of like where I'm coming from. But yeah, Tony
I
Stark.
see the trend here. You're a cyber.
So if you like that, you ought to like Bruce Wayne because he's just as technologically advanced, if not maybe more. I feel like if they were to get into like a scuffle, like Batman, Tony Stark, yeah, he could like shoot lasers or whatever. Like Bruce Wayne can, turn out the lights, like and then
Bruce Wayne is kind of like the special forces operator who can go in and kill everything, and no one will even expect him coming. Tony Stark is more of the flamboyant. I'm coming in. Watch me do this. I that would be an interesting dynamic of a fight between those two.
And if something were to happen where they dropped the gloves and they didn't have their suits, like Bruce Wayne would snap Tony Stark's little
Very true.
spine in like a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like,
What does Bruce Wayne? He working out, looking good, getting fit. 100 push-ups. You roll out of bed, you're doing a fucking 100 push-ups, minimum.
All right, so I'm gonna take a really quick break to do an advertisement. So speaking of superpowers, it's time we talk about a pressing issue. As men, it's your duty to perform. You need to act like you need to act like you're a superhero. Whether it's at the trading desk, on the gridiron, the hardwood court, or inside the illustrious bedroom, there's no description that does. Oh wait, hold up. Let me put the logo up there real quick. There's no description that does justice to the confidence boost that you'll receive when you blow the back off your lover. Don't you want to have her, putting out the dick signal up in the sky every time she wants to, get your attention? How are you going to do it? With a limp little strand of rope? Do you want to be the safe option? No. Do you want her to settle down with you after she's had her fun in the big leagues? No, you don't. So why are you going to battle in the bedroom with groggy privates? The only blue pill we endorse at the Good Faith Podcast is It's Mr. Nasty Time Blue Pills. And yes, we're talking about those pills that make you run, Forrest, run. Get the enthusiasm that Jenny has for that gang of Black Panthers and Wall Street stockbrokers, not the tepid tolerance she has for Forrest. Forget about overpriced hymns, Romans, and Blue Chews. It's Mr. Nasty Time is the real deal at an amazing price that won't let you down and can't be beat. And I know what you're probably thinking. What if she cancels on me and I'm all bricked up in my briefs all night long? I've tried these bad boys. It's a lot more mellow than you'd expect. You can pop one or two over drinks and appetizers, and it's not going to give away your position. Or, due to the quick acting effect, go to the bathroom and pop one or two in right before it's time to perform, and, you'll be fully ready to go. Mr. Nasty delivers his products in discreet packaging, but for a fraction of the outrageous cost that the other guys do. Around here at the GFP, we're about leveling up, and why not level up your sex life? And check out It's Mr. Nasty Time to get your mojo back. Scan the QR code on the screen or hit the link in the description and guarantee yourself unrivaled pleasure. When her dual mating strategy has her playing picky-choosy between the bad boy and the little nice guy, you want to be the Dark Knight. You don't want to be Tony Stark, you know what I mean? So you know exactly who to call. It's Mr. Nasty Time. Let me go back to this. There we go. Oh, wait. Yeah. Let me take this off real quick. So, why don't we talk about let's talk about all of our journey.
Marianne said, "Congrats on your 50th episode. So proud of you always."
Thanks, Kate. Yo, Kate's gotta be close to you gotta be close to 9 months pregnant, Kate. When's that baby coming? I definitely want to meet him the second that he gets here. Let's talk about our journey in Men of Action. I know, Martin, you said you've been in Men of Action for about a year.
Marianne said, 7 days.
Yeah, I've been in it for a year.
7 days, wow. And
awesome.
and Dillon, how long have you been in Men of Action?
About 8 months. 8 months now.
Okay. All right. And what would you guys say is what is the biggest thing that you have worked on and improved in Men of Action, and what's your still biggest challenge or biggest obstacle that you want help conquering?
Let's see. For me, it was the social anxiety of not wanting to go out and be social and approaching and being the not taking permission and also getting in shape, physically looking good, improving my wardrobe. When I go out, I look, a good. I don't look like a creepy motherfucker because, we know that 80% of men are not deemed attractive. And I'm 50 years old. And so there's also another metric that's 70% of men over the 40 are fat. Out of that 70% of that group, 30% of that group is morbidly obese. Also, they're not relevant. They don't know how to approach, and it's it's learning like a book. Okay, I'm going to recommend a book. It's a book called "When Men Behave Badly" by David Buss. Read that book. What that does is it lets you know as a man what women are constantly dealing with, and that it guides us on how we need to correct how we approach a woman. I mean, hey, we're all men here, and we all want to get a girlfriend or a wife. We want to get, we're all trying to seek our partner. And what we have to do is understand that what they go through. So, When Men Behave Badly by David Buss is a highly recommended book. So, what I have been able to do is get in shape, look good, look relevant, and my coach anxiety is gone. And yeah, it's just something that men just got to do. They just got to go out there. But the problem is, like I said, 80% of men just don't get it. When I say 80%, maybe 80% single men, maybe. I don't know. Some are saying now it's 90%. I don't know. But it's crazy.
And what would you say your biggest challenge still lying ahead is for you?
I think it's about making multiple female friends. I know we're going into the metrics that probably a lot of people are not going to understand on here, but it's called pre-selection. And the concept is that if you are surrounded by multiple females, women, who actually genuinely like you and are attracted to you, but they're your friends, they're just friends. What that does, it causes an attraction trigger to other women because other women see you with surrounded by females, which shows that you're comfortable, you're a safe guy, and you're a good guy. So I know I can also approach and get into a conversation. And that I think is how we meet our significant partner, best friend. I'm just gonna say we're looking for our best friend who happens to be a woman. And that is the biggest challenge.
So yeah, and this is probably one of my biggest obstacles ahead too. Is like I got what like 24 pictures on my Instagram grid. I think they're like awesome, but the only thing is that they're just me in front of in front of a castle, me in front of a skyscraper, me in front of a an exotic art thing, or me in front of some like historic architecture. But like I don't have any of me standing next to like a standing next to a baddie on a red carpet or something like that.
Attended red carpet. Have you ever heard of the Great Gatsby? You ever heard of the Great Gatsby party?
Yeah.
I went to one. So the Great Gatsby, it's like a company, and they travel around. They had one in Kansas City, and that was my actual. I bought a suit. I got the room. I did everything, logistics, looking good, and I got the thing, and that's where I first got my first pre-selection photos, and it was last year. It's still on my grid, and it's you're gonna have to just buy the ticket, attend at the party, ask people around you, hey, get this photo for me. Hey, do this thing for me. Please help me out. It's just what you got to do, man. So just you keep your eyes open and your ears open on what's going on in your city. And if you ever hear a Great Gatsby event coming to your location, do everything in your world to attend and buy a freaking awesome suit for it.
So I was actually at a party, and it reminded me a little bit of like I was Gatsby last night, and I was invited to this party by an event host here in Philadelphia, and he put me on this list, and I asked him, hey, can I put my 2 female friends on this list? He's like, cool. And then, it was just this like we're on a sailboat. Like it's called the Mushalu. It's this like 5-star fine dining restaurant in Philadelphia, right on the Delaware River, and they like the doorman prohibited them from getting in. So then like a few minutes after.
Why would the doorman prohibit women? That's like what? That's
But I'm happy. I'm happy because it made it seem like I was giving them access to a scarce resource, because like I came to the door, I'm like, no, they're with me, and like of course they let them right in, and then like it looks like I'm the, like it looks like I'm fucking Gatsby, you know what I mean? Like I'm like let them in, and then we go right up to the the helm cabin. I'm not a shipman, so I don't know the term, but like that, the deck that's like raised up where the helm of the boat would be, and that's where like the DJ booth was. We're like standing right behind the DJ, and it was cool. Like definitely like a seemingly like high status scarce resource environment.
So when you're in a position like that, because you got 2 female friends, dude, just grab somebody, preferably another female, which she will probably definitely be able to willing to assist you because you already have 2 female friends. Hey, get this picture of us, and you know the mantra. One female friend on one side, one female on the other side. We don't have our hands around them. We're either down or like up or out or some or like maybe way out and with thumbs up on each side. Yeah. So it's more of like they talk about when you go out, don't party. When you go out, you're working. You got to work.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing the thing, you're wasting time and you have to get it. So, pictures. Remember, irrefutable evidence. IDE. You got to get that stuff. Um, it's what it is. It's a challenge.
So, Dillon, what is your biggest victory in Men of Action so far, and what is your biggest challenge still in front of you?
My biggest victory was probably street content. I didn't really have any trouble with. Majority of my troubles really fall around logistics. I'm in the army. Some of the rules that we have as men is, experienced dudes who have done the bad things and want to do better things in life. They say, hey, don't play around where you work. Learn from experiences already. I already know once I joined the army, playing where you work can lead you to a bad place. You can get
Dylan.
you
You're
can,
retired military. You don't do that.
oh yeah, for sure. Because it's too like I remember there was this one time, I was just bringing it together with a story. There was this one time I was working out, and I saw this woman in the gym, and she looked all right, and she was doing some good weight. I didn't really have any intentions to a conversation, but I said, "Hey, good job lifting." Got into a conversation where she's from, what she works out usually. By the time I'm done, the trainer at the gym, he pulls me aside. He goes, "Hey, you know who that was playing?" I was like, "No, she just a girl to me." Who? "Well, that's the commander's wife." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I mean, good thing I wasn't a dick."
Yeah, you gave a good you gave a positive impression, and you could have used that to expand that social circle on a military level. But
My wife would have been a
but the
good.
the commander's
Rick
wife.
M. said, "Thank you for your
Yeah, I
service,
usually
Dylan."
just talk. I don't really have any care of who it is because I don't have any ill intentions. And that's one thing about men to woman interactions. Usually you'll find an ill intention in there. And what we coach in MOA, I'm not a coach, but what we learn and talk to other guys about is, hey, dude, work on yourself first and everything else comes together. Work on your mindset first, everything comes together. Because the
Yep.
mindset of walking up to a woman and thinking that, hey, she's a sex object, or hey, if I don't get some sort of interaction with her sexually, she's shit to me. Meanwhile,
Well,
you're kind of leaving a whole person on the table here, like a whole human being.
they're our sisters. These women are our sisters. They're if you go into spirituality, the certain religious concepts, they're actually our sisters. You
Well,
know,
even away from religion, because some people may not be religious, to tie this home, it's just an evolutionary psychology standpoint, which is what we all know of. When
yeah,
we were in tribal culture and we built our huts together and we hunted animals together, we all worked cohesively as a team. Women skinned, taught younger women how to tend to the village while the men were out there hunting. Some women hunted, not
KC
most
said,
women.
all you
Most women
savages.
were people who stayed back and they helped the tribe out in other areas and upkeep and maintenance. Meanwhile, other dudes, they did heavy lifting maintenance and security from other tribes and trading with other tribes and protection against other tribes and animals.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they're all around the women. If they thought of them as sex objects and then ripped them off, the society will fall apart. They all had to work together, regardless of their sexual intentions or not. So part of mass media with the instant gratification of just looking at a hot chick and not really seeing her as a person and then getting into one's sexual desires. Men of action, we stay away from that. We fall under evolutionary psychology because although the understanding can be challenged. We've said it over and over again. It has not been disproven. It can be challenged, but it has not been disproven. So
I think that evolutionary psychology is the base psychology of what our society is based on, but yet we don't understand. Majority of people don't understand this,
well, I
but
mean,
it is what it
they
is.
would if they understood it from the terms of evolutionary psychology instead of masculine versus femininity. Because when
Right.
people hear of masculine men, they think of raw and blood and anger. And then
Yeah.
feminine is soft and caring. Well, yes, that might be positive traits in some areas, in most areas that are important to one's survival. But because it was important to that survival, frame the interactions. And that's what they need to understand. Why it framed the interactions and how we evolved with those
Alexandra
interactions,
Downs
and that
You
said, person
it
to
governs
cause
our
waving.
interactions today.
you think that so this is an interesting you probably we all know this, but over the course of the years recently we have found out that um, testosterone in men have been declining, which testosterone is the requirement for us to go out and hunt, to go out and kill, to go out and provide, to go out and protect. But it's declining. At the same time, testosterone in women have been increasing.
Hmm.
You all heard about this.
I've not heard about this, but it doesn't surprise me. I think there's actually I don't know what it is. I know because I deal with the autism community, and I absolutely believe that there's something in our food source that is like causing our kids to be cognitively impaired at higher rates. Like whatever it is, they don't have such high rates of autism
Yeah,
in China and India and Indonesia
I
and
I
Afghanistan.
I never believed in organic food in the past. Like, I want organic. I only buy organic.
Alexandra Downs
But
said,
then I
congratulations,
come to
Chris
find
beaming
out,
face
like,
with
no,
smiling
that's
eyes. KC
we
said,
need to do
vaccines.
organic food. you know, you go in the grocery store. When you do groceries, you always stick to the outer aisles, outside aisles. You never go down the lanes. That's where the poison is. I
Oh.
actually went to the grocery store today and I did buy some poison, but it's like every once in a while, man, as long as you maintain your diet, you stick to the outside only. Uh, Very simple food diet for your life. It sucks. It gets boring, but you know what? It helps out on making you feel better. Sadly, it's what it is.
Mm.
Good
Um.
thing though.
So,
I mean,
sorry.
I went
So,
off topic. All right.
Yeah, did you go for it? I'm gonna let my cat in because he's scratching. But I'm listening.
Okay. Um, yeah, the biggest thing I learned was through Man on the Street. It was the interactions that I could have with other people. That it helped my public speaking get better, and not that it was trash or that I didn't have efficiency at public speaking. It helped me develop the reps. Whereas what I thought public speaking, I had to be in front of a crowd. No, public speaking can be in front of the camera, and it worked in dividends, dude. The relationships that I have from the man on the street, all the girls that I interviewed, we send each other memes on Instagram. They watch the content. They like the pictures that I give them back. If I go back to that area, we can probably get something together like a pizza, going out for pizza as a group, as just friends, going out to the club where we met up as just friends, going out to do, beach activities, just friends. So it's almost like a valuable interaction that has a high ROI for me, just as much as it does for the other person because they get the content and now I get to help their Instagram. So it took all the pressure off of what we usually would do and get scared talking to a girl. Like I don't really get scared talking to a girl, but most guys do. So that happens to be something I was able to excel in. For other guys, that may be something they need to do because it will get them out of their comfort zone, get them doing the highest ROI activity on top of building up their social network, on top of adding people to lists that they can invite out to later, and then getting good spots right in front of the camera. And then afterwards, they get to watch themselves do it. So not only do you do it, you get to watch the entire interaction from start to end, all the mess ups you've done, all the good shit you've done,
Yeah.
and to work backwards and take away all the bad shit to where you're just perfect on camera. You're perfect in person. And this
Yeah.
goes into business too, because I use my videos to help me with business. When I talk to other people about business ideas, how to get cash flow from a business that I don't think is in a good market where it's not unsaturated. It's saturated as hell. How do I make money in this business and pass through the noise? Well, being good on camera helps. So practicing that, it comes out in dividends throughout all the facets of my life. So that I had to talk about that because that was insane for me. And I would say my biggest problem with relationships, I would say it is just the logistics of it. Because again, I'm on a military base. I can't just go outside to the gym and work out in a gym and just start talking to women to where I may want to date. I have to have the mindset where it's like, yeah, even though they're attractive, even though they got a good personality, there's more women out there. There's an abundance of women out there. And the more I talk to them, the more friendships I get. Uh,
Dylan,
all
I
that.
have a question. I'm sorry, Dylan. I have a question for you on this, based on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Have you found that doing man on the street and you publish it and you're expanding your social media and it's on that platform, and then like say maybe you mention them and you share it with them, is that causing a higher attractive triggers in other women who are seeing it?
Attraction triggers, it
Yeah.
does definitely have a pre-selection aspect to it. It does have a mere exposure to it. It's content. If it's content that the algorithm likes, it pushes it out there. So therefore, they see me more often than not. And then I don't just get washed away in their follower account where they have followers and they don't even know they're followers. You're just non-existent.
I,
I'll
I,
promote them in stories and they see me more often. The pre-selection from being around beautiful women who see me as a normal dude because I am, and just see me for who I am. Yeah, like leading interactions, helping
yeah,
them solve problems, or having funny moments on camera. It's like, oh
I
shoot, I
agree. Yeah,
remember that.
hell yeah,
Creates a
yeah.
FOMO,
Yeah,
aspect to it.
I've also noticed, because like I've been following what Michael has said, but I think he came out with this advice in like 2020 when we were in a different world. He was saying post 10 times a day. So I've been just posting at least 10 times a day religiously every single day. But then on
On your story,
Friday,
right? Let's clarify this. On your story or on
yeah,
your
on
actual.
my story, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, stories. Yeah,
But it's mostly just like funny memes that I find. I have a carefully curated brand of what I post. It's either racism, misogyny, homophobia, or cute and funny like cat videos. So
have you been coming across the AI that has been doing the gorilla? That's what I do. I like that.
KC said, Mega Echo on Chris.
You
Yeah,
got it down.
I'm sorry, Casey. I don't know what this echo is about. I'm gonna try. I'm probably gonna have to like.
MRD's 1117
I don't hear an echo
said,
on your
yo,
side.
You're fine on my.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to get in here with an audio engineer, someone who's an actual professional, because like all of this has been done by me, and I'm not a professional, so I don't know how to fix it. But so on Friday,
Have you guys done Man on the Street? Just out of curiosity.
have I done it?
Yeah, Man on the Street videos.
I have not yet. I just purchased my first portable microphone, and I got like the adapter cable to plug it right into my phone. The only problem is that it's on a cord. It only gives me like about I don't know 5 or 6 feet of like I don't have like a cordless one yet. But like
I can share. Dude, I know Dillon can share a source. I can share a source. These are cordless ones.
I'm using it right now.
Huh?
I'm using it right now. The DJI Mic 2, phenomenal mic. It comes with a transmitter you plug into your laptop or your phone. It comes with a mic. It has a magnet on it. So you can, instead of clipping it, you can actually put the magnet behind the shirt or whatever you have and then just clip it on. The DJI mic can attach to your camera. It can record audio for basically any video that you're taking. You can change the decibels. If you're in a loud situation, you can change the decibels down so that it captures your voice and not the outside area. Dude, honestly, if there's a business owner that's watching this, if you're just doing Man on the Street videos, if you're taking a business call, or you're on Zoom, I highly recommend the DJI. I should get it like a brand link for this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sponsored by 3 different brands, which actually
very cool.
Like hold your thought, because I'm actually going to run an ad for my second sponsor right now, and then we can talk more about Man on the Street, which is what I want to talk about. But guys and gals, I don't think it's any mystery that I take my physique seriously. I'm buckling down. I'm taking it more seriously than I ever have before. I cut out soda. I stopped drinking soda. Stopped eating pizza. I'm getting into meal prep, like literally just boiled chicken and rice. Working muscles in my body that I never prioritized before. And I'm focusing on fat burn and cardiovascular health over just like muscle mass and gains. I used to just eat whatever I craved and try to outwork a poor diet. It was all to no avail. There are still times when I have to force myself to eat, but I need no coercion to munch on holler boys. You can't just stuff empty calories down your big fat fucking blowhole, you beluga whale. So here's what the remedy is. It's Holler Boys beef jerky. They pack 10 grams of lean protein into a fantastic package, and the flavors are to die for. Peach bourbon, honey habanero, southern barbecue, Chesapeake Fuego, or the tried and true original. My personal favorites are the peach and the habanero. The Fuego's a little bit spicy for my taste, but that's what we're trying tonight, is the Fuego. And what's even better about Holler Boys is they're nice and local and tax-friendly Middletown, Delaware. They're founded by a father-son duo. They just started tinkering with their backyard smoker, and through trial and failure have come to present some of the most bold and memorable flavors that I can recall. Forget Slim Jim or Jack Links or Deets Nuts, Holler Boy Snacks packs a great nutritional value and a filling serving size for an affordable price to stretch your dollar with flavor for days that'll make you holler. Their mission statement rings true to the Good Faith Podcast that life may throw you around, but you can never give up. How true. Scan the QR code on the screen, find the link in the description, and tap into the best beef jerky on the market. HollerBoysJerky.com. That's holler with an A. Holler Boys Jerky, the only good jerk. Back to us now. And I wonder, guys, if you're in the chat, can you tell me I unplugged my headphones? Did that do anything to the echo? Like, I don't know. But yeah, like Dillon, I would suggest, just like go to their website, find any information about anybody, and then just send them an email like, hey, look, I use this. I would love to like partner with you as like a brand ambassador, and give me some of this money. I want this bag, bitch.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
So, when it comes to man on the street interviews, what questions have you guys? What questions do you ask that you found like the most success with, like that got like good responses and shit like that?
Well, let's see. So I have pulled after I pulled them in, and which is the most difficult challenge that we all experience. Because that's you're pulling them in to want to engage. I usually go into relationship questions. Um, are you married? What's your relationship status? Okay, cool. Where did you meet? Because we get the dynamic on where did they meet. So sometimes if they met at a party, that kind of sets up that dynamic. Versus, oh, we've been together since high school. Okay, that's a different dynamic. Or we met at um, a from somebody getting married. We went into a wedding. Okay, so now they met in a familiar environment. It's more about, or do they meet in an unfamiliar environment or an unfamiliar environment? And I have been noticing after I figure that out, I just keep going with it. How are things going? And some I just had a banger this past I published it. I asked the girl, I was like, how are the dynamics? I didn't say dynamics. When I say dynamics, I'm saying how are the interchanges between the man and the guy and you? How are they going? And it's all positive. And then this group, so it was the guy, the girlfriend, and the mother. I don't know who the mother of who was, but she was divorced. And I go into like, you still looking? What's going on? Um, just trying to figure out. We're just trying to get information. Um, it's that's where I go. I go into the dynamics of that, and then based on their answers and where they go, I might go into what's the most craziest thing you've experienced during this X thing, and so that gives me more content, and then that could lead me down into a rabbit hole with them, getting into a conversation about them because we ask about them. We want them to talk about themselves, and we talk about things. And I'm getting better at it. I did take a break this past Saturday, which I think was a mistake, and I didn't go out. But I'm going to go out next Saturday. I'm also having challenges in my location to where I got kicked out. So the way where I'm going with it and what I'm trying to get is the legal thing about I'm getting content, and it's like I'm not allowed to get content because they are not going to get paid for it. So I'm not allowed to get content. So I have to choose a new location.
I
Um,
mean, you could also talk to the promoters and the bouncers and the owner and ask um, what the
well,
promotions are like and see if you can take videos with the promoters and do
well,
it
here
while they're out
here's
there
the
doing
thing.
videos or do
Yeah,
it for
I
them.
don't. I tried that. So here's the challenge, Dylan. So it's called the Power Block. So here in Kansas City, we have what's called the Power Block. It's a big party spot, and it's a really popular location. And so the problem is it's privately owned. And I'm already working with the company, like emailing and just like, hey, give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. I need what's called a press pass. I have to have what's called a press pass. Once I get the press pass, then I can go into the power block and I can go into all the individual clubs and party locations because I have a press pass, and I can get content. obviously, when I get content, I share and I give it to that location for free because we provide value, and that's how we build our brand. It's it's a challenge. It's what it is. Because yeah, the security was not happy with me that Saturday night because they were trying to kick me out, and I was like going, I ain't having it. It was a female, it was an overweight, fat, obese female security officer approaching me, and I'm like, no, I ain't gonna take this from you. I'm not gonna do it. Well, then I was surrounded by all the security, and then I saw one guy come out. I immediately felt the ego from this guy, and I was like, going, okay, here we go. Nothing happened, nothing physically happened. And I had a buddy of mine who is an MOA veteran. He's done MOA. He was with me, and I turned to my brother. I'm like, dude, we're done. Just shut it down. We're done. Grab shit. Let's go. It is what but I got my content. Leave all they teach us to always take something. Leave with something. I'm gonna get something out of this motherfucker.
And
Oh,
Dylan, what questions do you think are like very effective at getting like good content, good conversation?
hmm The ones that I've seen that really hit home
KC said,
with my
can we hear
interviewers.
about Martin's Army days?
The Siri talking?
I'm sorry. Casey was just interjecting, but keep going.
Put it in its place.
Hey, Casey, shut the fuck up.
There you go. Usually what takes home with my interviewers, they really love when I play games. And when I go into these crazy questions that normally people they don't meet ask, or they meet on the, out of nowhere just ask. So first things first, I'll start off with games like this or that. I don't know where the hell I got it from, but I was just like, hey, what's the easiest way I could talk to somebody that I don't know and get them laughing immediately? Because we talk about comedy being a
Yeah.
sport. So I said, all right, let's just play a game, be funny. And I start off with just, something easy like, what's your favorite, pick a choice, mountains or beaches? And I'll say, everybody has to say it at the same time. All the girls say mountains or beaches. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Harley Quinn or Catwoman? And then they're like, oh, Harley Quinn. Or some of them are like Catwoman. I'm just like, why? And some of them will be, oh, that baseball bat, or she's a baddie or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, whoa. And then they'll just go wild over Harley Quinn and Catwoman. But it gets the conversation going in a fun way because it's something we can both relate on. We all watched cartoons when we grew up. We all watched Marvel and DC. We all like sat through Infinity War and shed our tears when Iron Man died. Like we all relate to those types of conversations. So having some fun with it really does get the interaction going for me. And then my last question in the game would be, okay, since they both are in costumes, cosplay or role play. And then that gets them thinking like, oh, um, it doesn't even have to be in the bedroom when they're using cosplay or role play, but it turns to that more often than not. However, it gives them a choice. Okay. And they're already in the engagement. So it's a fun choice whether they choose cosplay or role play. So there's no really a lose situation. It's just win after this. After the first two questions, the third one is a win. I already know. And then afterwards, we get into a fun conversation about where they're from, why they're there, the cool places to go to. I get my knowledge because not only did I just get my content, now I need to get knowledge while on video. So I just put it all into one. Cool places to go to. They're gonna say, "Hey, come over here. We're at this spot." Coolest DJ that they know. So I know, okay, cool. I need to go talk to that DJ. Um, what else? Fun things to do on the weekends around in the area. Okay, cool. I know I need to go there because they're saying it and they're promoting it for free. So I need to go there. Those are good questions that I usually have seen progress with.
Those are some good ones. Yeah, what are some places you like? Where do you go? Yeah, what's your favorite location? Because women know where the cool locations are. Women
Not
know
even just
where
location, has to be specific.
yeah.
Has to be like, hey, if they say I like beaches, okay, cool. What's the best beach to go to around here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in my position in Kansas City, we don't have beaches. So it's going to be
It can be
I'd like
catchy.
to do cocktail lounges. Cocktail lounges and rooftop cocktail lounges seem to be highly important. I mean, highly popular amongst women. I just I think
Oh,
that's
it's
what it is.
interesting you bring that up. I did not know cocktail lounges were still popping off as they did back in the early 2000s. I remember going to cocktail lounges and having fun. However, the music did change and the grinding and the dancing did change. However, the populace did not change. There's still a massive amount of people on that rooftop,
Yeah.
and they will stand in line in the lobby to wait 30 minutes, 20 minutes just to travel up
Yep.
the elevator to get to that rooftop bar to
Here,
spend.
here, the scene really. So the cocktail lounge scene here is not really like party, party, party. Like in a dance club. It's not really like that. It's cool music, but it's leisure, and usually the people who attend those locations are. I'm gonna say it out loud, guys. They're higher class. They're people who get it and they're relevant and they're successful. That's what I'm noticing here in Kansas City. Now, here's the thing in Kansas City that not too many people know about. There is so much freaking money here. Kansas City Chiefs, the baseball team. It's crazy the amount of wealthy people that live here. And so it's about I'm trying to find out where do these people go and uh, socialize at.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I like one question I was thinking of asking is like maybe this could not be like an introductory question, but like gun to your head, because like I like to phrase my this or that's with a gun to your head, because a lot of people they lack this like creativity, like capability to like discern between two hypotheticals. Obviously, this is not ideal. Like that's the whole purpose of the Sophie's choice. But like, gun to your head, would you rather date a man who lives with his mother or a man who lives with his wife? And like, you'd be actually baffled how many women would choose the man who lives with his wife over the man who lives with his mother.
Because that's pre-selection right there.
Yeah.
That's pre-selection.
Another one is like a simple game of fuck, marry, kill. Like, would you rather fuck? If I'm talking to a guy, where do I have it? If you're talking to a guy, would you rather fuck, marry, kill Kamala, AOC, or the Hawk to a girl? And if you're talking to a girl, would you rather fuck, marry, kill Dr. Phil, Bernie Sanders, or Joe Biden, or something like that?
Oh wow.
There's obviously the good old man or bear, which like we could talk about that for hours with women. Like so many American women are like, I would choose the bear. The bear would maul you to death, rip your limbs off, and like feast on your intestines. But like,
Yeah,
alright, whatever. Like,
that was just a trending hashtag that somehow gained traction probably through TikTok.
yeah, and like this one could maybe be good for like guys. Like one goat has to go from the Mount Rushmore. Like Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, or Michael Phelps. Who are you like kicking off your Mount Rushmore?
Interesting.
Who would you guys kick off that? By the way,
Say that again.
Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, or Michael Phelps. Who do you kick off your Mount Rushmore?
I'm gonna have to say Tom Brady due to the way he allowed himself. I mean, that was sad, dude. That was so sad about his life. It's like the way his wife treated him, bro. I was like going, holy crap! It's like what his wife cheated on him with her like physical instructor. I don't know what it could have been weight training, but oh man, that was sad. I heard about that, and then I look at some of this stuff now. It's Man, it's sad, man. But anyways, it's what it is. Sorry, he lost frame.
Yeah. Dylan, who are you kicking off your Mount Rushmore of those 5?
Honestly, dude, I'm the worst question to ask on this. I don't even watch sports anymore.
Okay.
So, dude, it would have to be I could give a shit about hockey, so he's going off. Gretzky's
There you go.
Just a little interesting factoid about Wayne Gretzky because in hockey, points are calculated by a goal is worth 2 points and an assist is worth 1 point. If Wayne Gretzky, over his career, he's the all-time leading point scorer in hockey. If Wayne Gretzky never scored a goal in his entire career, he'd still be the leading point scorer just off of assists. That's how much of a game changer Wayne Gretzky was to hockey. He was the most, maybe the most dominant athlete of all time. Yeah, like, all right, so Dylan, how about we talk about fucking marrying and killing? If I give you Kamala, AOC, and the Hawk Tuah girl, who are you fucking, who are you marrying, who are you killing?
Who was the second one?
AOC, she's like that, like socialist from, I think, like California. She's, I think, a congresswoman.
What's her name?
Alexandria Ortez.
She's kind of a hottie Latina, dude.
She's kind of hot. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of her.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. I don't know this chick. So we got Kamala Harris.
Fucking
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
bludgeon her face in with a fucking tire iron and, you know, throw her in the dumpster out back.
What's
Yeah,
that?
great.
What's that now?
I said like I'm killing Kamala Harris, and I'm doing it in like a grotesque way. Like I'm not.
That's great.
Kamala's fucking out. Yeah.
Well, when I get my answer, I have no ill will for any of these.
All right, you can give her like cyanide, you know, so she can go out peacefully in her sleep, or you can.
Okay.
You know,
I'll do it like Jaime Lannister did in Game of Thrones. Just gave her the little potion and said, "Hey, just drink up."
Yeah. All right.
So
wait, hold on. So who are you giving the mercy potion to?
Well, what's her name? AOC, Alexandria. She's cute, so I probably fuck. Kamala, Mary.
What? No.
She's got connections. I'll marry that.
All right, true.
okay.
And then,
yeah, that's true.
And then you're killing the Hawk Tuah girl?
Yeah, I have no use.
Oh man.
I don't see where that assets lie there.
Do you want to eventually like have children, or does that not interest you?
Yeah, children. You know, children happen to be one of the most like. It's not a conspiracy. What I'm saying is, people will force children on other people.
Yeah.
Like, parents will force children onto their kids. Society will force children. Like, hey, you know, we're getting married. When are you getting married? Hey, we're getting kids. When are you getting kids? Dude, I don't have to have kids in the first place. However, yes, I'd love to have kids one day. Am I in a rush to get kids right now? Hell no. Because once kids happen, your whole life changes. Your resources go into that child. Your wealth better be where it needs to be, or else you're gonna have a hard time trying to build that wealth while putting away $250,000 to help a kid grow up from 0 to 18 years old.
What is today's average cost for a child from
$250,000.
250,000 is what it is?
One kid.
Is that including college?
Yes.
Okay.
No, just to 18. No.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, yeah, because that's something to think about. Yeah.
Well,
it's just an average statistic. I don't know really the legitimacy because everybody's different.
But if you marry Kamala, you could say goodbye to.
Bro, this is hypothetical. We're not having kids with Kamala, dude. We're not marrying Kamala, but you gave me a choice, so I told you my choice.
All right, Martin. Fuck, marry, kill Kamala, AOC, Hawk Tuah girl.
Hawk Tuah is out.
You're
I got
killing
nothing.
her too?
Yeah, because I mean, she provides no value. What is she? She's just a pretty face.
But she's the only one. She's the only one that could bear your children and continue your bloodline. That doesn't matter to anybody else but me.
I would probably go with Mary AOC
Okay.
because because she can bear children, and if and you got to get through the dynamics. But but why would I want to marry that woman? I was like, hell no. And then Kamala I'd just fuck.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what? Yes, I'd marry AOC. She's 35.
okay.
Got you.
All
I thought they were the same age, so I didn't really care.
There actually is a growing trend that I think is alarming. The median age of first-time mothers in America just reached for the first time in American history 30 years old. So like our women are choosing to give birth at a later and a later and a later age, and paired with the like trash that we put in our foods, before Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Banned Red 5. I think all these factors are contributing to the growing population of autism. Plus, Casey talked about the vaccines. But I definitely think that like women choosing to give birth at by some OBGYNs consider 30 years old or 35 years old like a geriatric pregnancy. I think that's why our population is growing and having like
Is that a statistic that you found? You said that more women are producing kids at 30 years old.
Yeah, the median age of first-time mothers just hit 30 in America.
I didn't know that.
It's never been at a single point in American history. Yeah, so it's getting
Dude, I
later.
did not know that.
Well,
Yeah.
Through my
let me
experience, it has
let me-
always been in their 20s. All the girls I know, they have kids at like either 19 to 25. All the girls.
my sister had her first child boy, my nephew, I believe at 31.
And
And my
also,
sister, yeah, she's a career woman. She did the let's do the career thing.
and
Is her kid
also,
healthy? Like, is there a correlation with the statistics to kids who are born with disorders or who are unhealthy?
I'm not. I can't speak on that necessarily. I think if somebody were to do like thorough research, they would find a connection between those two things. The thing is that like there's no real incentive to do that research because it puts a lot of guilt and shame and remorse on mothers and fathers.
Perplexity,
Yeah, I
and
have complexity later.
ChatGPT, man.
Yeah, and also, like teen pregnancy in America was like there was a lot of teen pregnancy, and for the first time this past year, women giving birth in their 30s outnumbered women giving birth in their teens for the first time in American history.
I don't have any support on this theory. I've kind of just been like hearing things. Is like, are we seeing a new generation of kids who are between 18 and 20 who are going to choose more traditional, like it was back in the 1950s?
I do think so.
I mean, is the pendulum swinging back?
Yes, so a couple episodes ago, the title of my the episode was "The Pendulum is Swinging Back to the Right." I think Gen Z and Gen A are more conservative than like millennials. Like millennials are a bunch of fucking hipster dorks. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, of course. They're a bunch of fucking. I'm gonna say it. They're pussies, man. They're
Yeah.
freaking pussies.
Yeah, that's my
they're just
generation. We're pussies.
I'm sorry, not you, man.
No,
You're in men of action, dude. You're not. You're doing the thing.
But I do think that the millennials were the like fucking the fucking hipster douche generation. Now, granted, the millennials did deal with like a lot of bullshit. We dealt with what, 2 recessions, a global pandemic, a terrorist attack, hurricanes and earthquakes and wildfires and all this shit before we turned like 30, before we turned 33 years old. But
I'm right now. I'm trying to reach out and kind of like coach um, an employee at work. He's 24 years old. He's very young, and I was telling him, it's like, look, get your shit together, get your home, get your logistics, get get your get your thing right. So when you're 30, you maximize yourself, and now you are an attractive guy to those women who are in 21 and 22.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's like I'm trying to say, hey, come out with me. Let's go. Let's fix your Instagram. Let's set the foundation. So when everything takes place, boom, you're fucking gonna kill it. And it's so hard. He doesn't want to do it.
yeah.
It's like he doesn't want to do it. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyways,
I don't blame him. Like when I was 20, when I was 21, 22, 23, all I cared about was getting drunk and being a fuck boy or whatever. And I definitely didn't have a.
oh, this kid, he's not a fuckboy. He doesn't get drunk. He, I'm like, he's a good kid. He just doesn't go out.
Yeah.
I'm like, God. And here's the thing. He's actually the son of the CEO of the company I work for. And the CEO likes me. So, I got that. And it's just something that's been a challenge to me. I've kind of given up on him. And I always tell him, it's like, hey, I'm going out. But I no longer, I just let it go.
So
Has different meanings nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same going out where you can go out and cold approach worked. Now it's the stimulus is too high to where cold approach is just disadvantageous if you don't have logistics.
Yep. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I've found that I'm more focusing on these service workers of the social locations. Get their Instagrams, build that social circle. I think that's where it's at right now. Is you we build the social circle with the bottle girls, the female bartenders, the managers, the bodyguards, the that's the thing right now because if we can do that, now we have a thing built and now we can invite to a thing.
yeah, it's like I have one friend who's a bouncer at a strip club, but like like I would love to be on like a first name basis with all the like bouncers in the area. It's such a power move to like when he's like standing there guarding the door and you could say like yo let my friend Jimmy in, like that's my boy, and like and then
Yeah,
Jimmy sees you as like a boss, once you do that.
yeah, yeah. You're a cool bro. You're a cool dude, man. Yeah, you're cool. Yep, exactly.
So what common pitfalls do you? I'll start with you, Dylan. What common pitfalls do you think most men are making in the dating game these days?
Oof. Most common. I can only say one.
You can go off as long as you want.
Cool. All right, let me cook then. I got you. Uh First thing, it's I've asked numerous of guys this, especially in the army, and I see a trend. It happens to be the the need to follow what society says about what relationships should be.
Yeah,
I need to get married at a young age.
yeah,
Therefore, I need to go out and find my wife. Therefore, the one girl that gives me everything that I want, I'm going to marry her.
Yeah.
Instead of understanding there's millions, billions of other opportunities out there.
Yep.
That one person who doesn't do all the things you may like, but however matches most of your boxes, you can find a woman out there that matches all your boxes, that helps you with your business, that helps you with your family, that has better boxes checked than most. But instead, what they'll do is they'll work from a scarcity mindset. And
Mhm.
that scarcity mindset is what I see most common. And it trickles down into
Neediness.
The neediness, yeah. Yeah, the neediness, yeah. But
and like
honestly, all the
contentment
common
too.
ones can be addressed by just that one comment.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of contentment comes out of that too. Like, oh, this girl's good enough, so I'll settle for being her monogamous long term boyfriend and then husband, and before you know it, all your sexual access is tied to this single point of failure. And if just like Tom Brady, he did a bad job. Not even like blame Tom Brady, but like his his everything was tied to a single point of failure, which was his wife. One day she wakes up and she's like, I don't, Tom Brady, I don't want you to do your life's purpose. Like God put Tom Brady on earth to throw the football, and one day his wife woke up and was like, Tom Brady, I want you to stop throwing that football. And he's like, no. All right, then I'm gonna like divorce you. And that's so I see a lot of guys that are just like, oh yeah, like this girl, she checks most of my boxes. I'm just gonna settle for her. Like, we're gonna do the thing. And
Losing friend. It's
Yeah.
the common trope. Losing friend.
yeah.
Well, they also don't understand what we know. It's that women can be friends. Like you can have that person in your life as a friend. They don't need to just be your sexual partner.
Yeah.
They can check all your boxes and still just be a friend. And yes,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't fuck your friend. You know what I'm saying? And so that happens to be a scarcity, a mindset. So it's almost like finances, dude. If you're taught to have a pension, if you're taught to work for an employer, find the best job you can, go to college, that's what you're going to do. And then when you find that one job, you're going to stick with that one job, that one woman. And you're going to go for the long-term gains, which is I need kids. Okay, I need kids. So I need that one woman. Okay, I need a pension. So I need that one job. I need to learn how to get that job. So I need to go to college. Okay, so I need to, for a woman, I need to make sure that I flirt and I find the right type. Okay, cool. Find your right type, but also work on yourself because the better you get, the more, the better woman you're going to get. And then once you find out the better woman you're getting, you're like, holy shit, there's better and then better and there and better and better. But almost every high performer, no, sorry, every single high performer I have met that I have access to, they have all managed what they do in life. And what's the saying? What gets managed gets measured, or
What gets measured gets improved.
yeah, what gets
Interesting.
measured.
Okay.
They measure
Yeah.
their performance not just in the business space. They measure their performance with women. They understand the dynamics with women, and then they use that to a better advantage to get hotter women, more intellectual women that they like, more women.
Pre-selection.
Yeah, women that they find attractive and not just they have to settle for just because they have good looks. If they know that they have to move to a different country or a different state for a certain woman, then they'll fucking do that.
Which I'm thinking about doing myself.
Yeah, dude, like think about this from an evolutionary psychology standpoint. What did most men do? They traveled the seas, they traveled over countries, they traded over
Yeah.
they
We
went,
go on adventures. We
yeah,
go
they
on
found different
adventures.
cultures. And then they were
Yeah.
like, you know what? I like this culture. And then okay, I like this woman in this culture. Out of like 6 or 7 or 8 or 12 different cultures. There are dudes getting married who have not left the fucking states. There are dudes getting married who have not left their state.
Dylan, I
That's
hope you get to travel.
preposterous.
Dylan, I hope you get to travel, brother, while you're in the military. I hope experience it. I go to Korea, if you can go to Korea, Philippines, Thailand. I'm just saying experience Asian culture just to get an idea. But I'm telling you, man, it's totally different.
Then you got an Asian
Um,
fetish, is what you're trying to hide.
well, look,
You
look at my
like,
shirt.
I got it.
Look, this shirt's from the Philippines. I'm a passport bro. Okay. All right. I'm just letting you know, and it's from the Philippines, just to let you know.
All you gotta say is you like cosplay, bro. Cosplay and anime.
Martin, I'll ask you like a similar question. What do you think, like aside from showing intent, aside from treating women like sex objects and not being capable of platonic friendship with women, what other things do you think that the red pill movement got wrong? Because I identify as a red pill user, and I think that everything that we do does exist under the umbrella of the red pill. But I think like old school like pickup artists are kind of like AOL, what AOL is to the internet. Like it's what we owe everything to. But if you were to
What's
apply
AOL?
what
It's AOL.
what's
Yeah,
AOL?
what's AOL?
Is that serious? You guys don't know what America Online is?
Oh,
Oh, well,
AOL.com.
yeah. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that was the very first thing. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that like pickup artistry is like AOL, and now we're in the age of like the internet. You know what I mean?
I
But
got
like, so you can't do old school like pickup artistry, but it's kind of like our like foundation of what we owe our whole movement to. Is there anything else you think that the red pill movement got wrong?
What did the red pill movement get wrong? Well, first of all, I'm not during the pickup artist stage. I wasn't involved in that. I was not aware of that. So I'm gonna have to admit that back then I was kind of like dumb, and I wasn't aware of what was going on. So we'll leave it at that. But what did the red pill? So I consider myself red pill adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
More of the we understand the psychology and the concepts just to be aware and careful when engaging in any type of dynamics with another woman. But what did the red pill get wrong? Um, that's a tough one. I don't know. I do know that one of the problems with men and what's going on and why a certain class of men are not being successful is that we don't give ourselves permission.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go and take it.
Yep.
We have to go and grab it.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't do that, we will not be successful. And society has taught men to not take permission.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced this, and I they got to grow out of this. And I think it's so I'm going to say it, and I'm going to can I say it? Misandry,
Yeah.
misandry, yeah. Um, it's more about men need to be leaders and take the lead. And if a woman fights that, they're out of your life. Yeah, done. But women want to be led. I mean, if you find that right woman and the social dynamics are there as far as matching, because you're a leader. So if you're leading, you're naturally going to be matched with a woman who wants to be led. So that she's going to be more feminine, traditional feminine, because we're a leader and we're doing the thing and we got things under control. Um, I think it's. I know you asked the question: Is what did the red pill get wrong? And I'm like, the red pill just warned us men, just like, hey, it's a warning. I think the red pill is anti-marriage. I
Yeah.
would say, don't get married. Well, hold on here, man. Let's calm down. Marriage is something under God, and it's something that you want to do. It's more of like I want to create. I'm going to say the triangle. Triangle. Top of the triangle is God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got the guy and you got the man, and then after you create that, it's always God, man, woman, and children. That's the hierarchy. If you have that, because as a man, you got your shit straight, and you're doing the good thing, everything else will naturally fall in line and be successful. My sister and my brother in law, they're successful because they did the correct thing. Um, but I would say they are the top 5% of our socialization. Like we talk about the 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 curveball.
Mhm.
They're they are the top 5% of society, and they're doing great. They're succeeding. But when I see the other portion of society, it's like, ah, good luck, bros. Good luck.
So, real quick, I'm just gonna do one more advertisement, and then I'm done doing advertisements for the night. All right. If you want to be a top 5%er in society, you're probably gonna need some help. You can't do it alone. I want to tell you about someone that I personally trust, who I'm hoping is going to get me into the top 5%, and that is Joe Ventura at Eden Advisory Services. Joe's been in the investment business for 40 years. That's 4 decades of helping everyday people, whether it be teachers, entrepreneurs, retirees, whoever, build their path to financial independence. Whether you've got 5,000 or 5 million, Joe and his team treat every client like a millionaire. And I know that firsthand because I personally invest with Eden Advisory Services. Eden Advisory Services is a registered investment advisor headquartered in New York, but they work with clients across the whole country. They clear all their investment transactions through Charles Schwab, a name that millions can trust. From basic budgeting and credit repair to comprehensive wealth management and estate planning, even financial, legal, and insurance strategies, Eden Advisory Services is your one-stop financial partner. Joe Ventura is more than an advisor. He's your financial guy, yeah? Hundreds of people have come to know and trust Joe Ventura's advice with millions of dollars under management. So if you're ready to take that next step, whether it's fixing your credit, planning your retirement, or leaving something behind for your loved ones, start with good faith and let Eden Advisory Services guide the way. Visit EdenASC.com to schedule your free consultation. And their Eden Advisory Services LLC is a registered investment advisory in the state of New York. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training. Advisory services are only offered to clients or prospective clients where Eden Advisory Services LLC and its representatives are properly licensed or exempt from licensure. All investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. This advertisement is for informational purposes only and does not constitute a recommendation to offer, buy, or sell any securities. Would you like to continue your financial path in good faith? Then contact Joe Ventura and Eden Advisory Services, investing in people, not just portfolios. So, one thing that one thing that has become like a big talking point of the red pill movement is this body count conversation, and how women are hoes, women are whores, women are disgusting if they have
I
too
agree.
many sexual partners.
I
So,
agree. Yeah.
so Dylan, I'll ask you this question: how many sexual partners does a woman have to have before you disqualify her from a long-term relationship?
You're muted, Bill.
Oh, you are muted.
Sorry.
There you
I
go.
didn't want to talk during the sponsorships.
Thank
the
you. I
advertising.
appreciate that.
Yeah, for me it's subjective. It would have to be obviously, but so for me it's 3 to 4.
Wow. See, I'm encountering more people who think like this, who are saying numbers in the single digit area.
Well, there's a research done where the more sexual partners a woman has, the higher the affinity for her to not even feel the long-term relationship to its full capacity.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and for guys, it just doesn't work that way, and it's mainly due to testosterone, if not only due to testosterone.
Yeah, we're able to compartmentalize sex and just be like, oh yeah, I just had sex with her, it meant nothing. But if sex means nothing to a woman, that's probably a red flag, I'd say.
If I could jump in and say, if you go into the Old Testament of the Bible, it mentions where a lot of the major characters of the Old Testament who did great things and followed God had multiple wives. Because we We have to produce and create more offspring.
Mhm.
I think that's where it comes from. So
I think there's too
nowadays,
many people in the world right now too. Like,
it's
there's
true.
definitely too many motherfuckers popping off kids that don't need to be popping off kids
Yo,
because they don't have
hashtag
finances to check
hashtag
them.
FTK. Fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Nah,
Hey, well,
I don't endorse.
I'm Dylan. I'm 50 years old, and I don't have any kids. Really, I don't.
So, Martin, what is your answer? How many sexual partners would a woman need to have before you excluded her from like wife material?
Oh goodness gracious. I'm kind of going off with Dylan. If she, I don't know what the number is, but that's more of me being more polite and forgiving. But
Don't be
you're
polite.
right. Yeah, of being the
What's your
bitch.
number?
Yeah, being the bitch. So, um, I would say less than five.
Wow.
If because, and you got to remember, dude, man, if you marry a girl or you take a woman on to be your partner, let's not even say we're getting married according to the state. We're going to keep the state out of it. It's just between us and God and a priest and some sort, in readings of the Bible. Um, if she's like, you got to remember, if she's going to be like, hey, babe, me and my girlfriends, we're going to go do a trip to this location over the weekend.
No, you're not.
You're not. No, no, no. We allow them. They go. Cool. You're like, okay, cool. Go enjoy your time. Have a good time. But guess what? She is not your woman anymore. She's not.
She was never yours. It was just your turn, brother.
Never.
You see
Because
her on a jet ski in Dubai, you already lost her, bro.
yeah, look,
Right?
the correct answer would be, hey, babe, me and my girls were invited to go to this location, and I want you to come with me. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Let's go. Let's go.
Like
That's
that,
good.
nah, that Saudi oil prince doesn't want you anywhere near his jet ski or his super yacht. He's not
Exactly.
gonna
You're not
pee and
gonna
poop
you're
on
not gonna
you.
get on that.
Yeah, like
Yep. You're not gonna get on it.
um. All right, well, yeah, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me living in this like northeastern like metropolitan hellscape, but like fucking like I've been with women who are like I'm gonna be like embarrassed to say this, but I've been with women that were probably in the 70s or 80s, like
Okay.
and
Well, you're talking about sleeping with, however, long-term relationship though.
I've made the mistake of getting in like serious committed monogamous relationships with women who had like 70 bodies, and like there's like it's obviously it's obvious there's a reason why I'm single now, like
Michael
obviously
Heinen said, so if a woman has sex before marriage less than 5 times, does that mean she doesn't have to repent? Is it only fornication when she does it more than 5 times?
did you guys hear that?
We
Is
all
that
do.
probably a question more for me?
That's like such a long statement. I mean, we all need to repent. You know what I mean? Like we're all sinners.
You're like, yeah, look,
Like
you can repent and you can forgive, but you have to remember they did a thing. The repentance is between them and God,
yeah.
and we forgive them. But I'm sorry, I have to understand and remember, do you have the possibility of doing it again while you're with me or any guy? That's what that is. Like Dylan said it, the lower numbers that she has gives a higher proclivity that she will be more monogamous and loyal to you. Now, and the thing is that we as men have to perform and do the thing. So I will admit, me and my current girlfriend, I told her I don't want her getting fat, and I want her to eat healthy, and I want her to look good, and I have to do the same thing. It's on me too. and she loves that. I mean, the last when we were together, the attraction on the sexual level was
Michael
just
Heinen said, everybody
unbelievable.
wants to believe in the same God but make their own Bible. Crazy stuff.
Um, so,
Yo,
yeah,
Chris, what's your number? Just out of curiosity.
my number is less than my number. So like she just has to have had less sex than me, and that's like
So it doesn't matter if she has like 201 as long as it's lower than yours.
like my number's not that high, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, like honestly, I would like it to be like pretty. I would like it to be pretty well below my number. Maybe like 10, 15, 20 less than my number.
What's considered an actual number that counts? That's a good question. Because
Penetrative coitus. I like it's
well,
like the
okay,
number.
so does it count if you like you have a girlfriend at the time and yes you engage, or is it I don't even want to go there, but
Yeah.
Okay, what are we talking about?
If an erect engorged pecker penetrates the periphery of the labia majora, then that counts. That's a notch on the belt. So like
yeah,
whether it's paid for, whether it was regrettable. I
uh-huh.
would say if it's like forced forced sexual assault, I don't think you can. I don't think that's
Oh
like
no,
you don't
yeah,
like hold
yeah,
that against
oh,
a girl. Obviously that's a different
yeah,
story. But
yeah,
if she gets like blackout blasted at a frat party and then she regrets it the next day, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't believe that is
well, that would just show where she's willing to go because
Dude,
yeah,
on a previous comment, you said we described sex basically.
yeah,
So if we have
yeah,
sex.
yeah.
However,
If you have sex,
what
that's
happens if you got a girl? Like I knew a girl in college and we started dating, but then she said she didn't want to have sex until we got married. I looked at her, I was like, "You out of your mind?" And she was like, "Yeah, no, like no, I'm not out of my mind. Like this is just how my family does it." I'm like, "So you're a virgin?" She goes, "Yeah." So I said, "You have never had a sexual experience in your life?" She was like, "I mean, I have, but I haven't had sex." So then we got into a deep conversation, and basically everything else was available except um, her front sexual reproductive organ. Like that was it. But everything else was available.
like the back door was
The back door, the top door, um, eating bananas. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was there, free game. So I looked at her and I was like, so everything else is fair game, but just that, and you expect that to like entice me? I'm like, you
yeah.
must be out of your mind. We did not last the next day, dude.
well, Dylan. So here's the thing, though, is that if she's saving herself, would that be something that a young man should be willing to pursue? I mean, she's not doing the Cancun parties, she's not doing the weekends thing, she's not doing the girls' trips. She's she is actually a good well, we the unicorn. We call them the unicorns.
What's a unicorn?
Um, a unicorn is a woman, a virgin, just a virgin.
I meet a lot of virgins, believe it or not. So I guess I meet a lot of
Okay.
unicorns. I don't know.
I don't think as an adult. I don't think as an adult I've ever spoken to a virgin. I don't think I've ever spoken to a virgin woman. I really don't.
Casey said, eggplant, peach.
But that's interesting. If you're asking me that question, I don't really care what she does. If you have more than 3 to 4 sexual partners, I'm not looking at a long term relationship.
Wow.
On to the next
Yeah.
one. We can be friends, but I have my own aims in life, and I need a woman to have a certain mindset because she will be a part of my business. She will
Yeah.
be a
Yeah,
part of my
yeah,
goals.
yeah,
She will
yeah.
be involved in my family. I would have to trust her in certain areas. And if you have demonstrated a behavior that has
Ryan McMullen
extreme
said,
impact
based.
on your life, then I mean, yeah, like sex has an extreme impact. Like the wrong sexual partner can leave you down dirty.
Oh
The
yeah.
best sexual partner can give you the best friend you ever had in your life.
And
Exactly.
and
Yep.
also and we're gonna wrap up soon because we've been going like this has been a great episode. We've been talking for like 2 hours. Also, men leave an imprint, like you were saying. Men leave an imprint on women. It could be a good one. It could be a bad one. And it,
For
Michael
sure.
Heinen said, sex before marriage goes against the Bible. 1 to 1,000 millions partners. It doesn't matter.
yeah, it does. And none of us are perfect. Like fucking, that's why Christ was crucified on the cross so we could sin. As long as we repent, turn our back from sin, we're welcome into the heavenly kingdom. But yeah, like every every man that a woman lets inside of her is gonna leave an imprint on her. It could be a good one. It could be a bad one. If it's a bad one, she's gonna be traumatized. She's gonna like start associating you like she's gonna start associating all men with that bad traumatic experience. If it's a good one, that could also necessarily be bad because like if she's alpha widowed, she's gonna start comparing you to that like guy that gave her that like emotional experience. That guy that checked all her boxes. She's gonna like start comparing your dick size to his. She's gonna start comparing your bank
Yep.
account to his, your car to his, your like all of that. Like she's gonna start holding you up to that widowed her, and like it's gonna be very difficult to overcome that.
That's a fine line, though. I think more though, if a woman perceives another man as higher status regarding access to scarce resources,
Yeah,
the penis size wouldn't really matter compared to the Chad that she had a year ago, because the Chad could have been, toxic as hell to her.
yeah,
But you have more access to scarce resources. You provide the safety and the security.
yeah,
You provide the leadership. You have positive masculine traits.
yeah,
Your pecker just may not be 8 inches,
yeah,
just like the other dude. However, you're in weight, you're heavier in gold, and she
yeah,
understands that.
yeah,
I'm not talking about
Yeah.
personality, like, oh, you have a good personality. No, I'm talking about legit logistics, things that you can only work on for yourself. That a woman would see, like her innate nature for hypergamy would just be satisfied.
yeah,
Yeah. It's the burden of performance in us men and what we have to do. And I just had a concept thought, but it missed me. And maybe it wasn't important. But
That's probably what you were trying to say too, Chris. I just want to elaborate on that.
yeah. No, like I mean, like I'm using the penis size as just like a simple.
Michael Heinen said, just be an atheist and vote for strong borders and not be political correct, but this is not true Christianity.
All right, well, fucking whatever. If you don't believe it's true Christianity, who am I to try and convince you otherwise? Like I do my best to try and do what I think God would have me do, but like it's I'm not perfect. Sorry if
we provide value. I mean, that's what we talk about. That's the mantra. Provide value for others, and without asking for anything in return. And we give them value. We provide them value, and we uplift them. We make them laugh. We bring them up, and we don't ask for
Michael Heinen
anything in
said,
return.
okay, no hate but just seems off to me.
Well, Michael, really quickly, are you a virgin? Have you ever engaged in premarital sexual intercourse? I'm actually curious to know because I think in today's modern landscape, like men who are virgins go into like the confines of a holy union between man and woman, and they get
Well, remember, men between the ages of 21 and 30, 70% have no sexual experience.
Dude, I can't take this is gonna sound so bad. I have a hard time talking with male versions because
yeah
the last
because
guy I talked to, his mindset was so bad regarding like he couldn't understand what it meant to be a masculine dude, like positive masculine energy,
yeah
being a leader, being ferocious, being strong, having muscles, being top of his class or top of wherever you are, being competitive. He didn't have that in him. And we had these talks, and he would get angry when I would talk about just these aspects, things that were just banal to him. And he was like, "Yeah, I've had a girlfriend." And I was like, "Well, are you still a virgin? Yeah. So why weren't you able to like follow through? And he couldn't give me an answer. But every time we talked about sex, he would say, my voice matters because I was able to get a girlfriend. I'm like, bro, that's like saying your voice matters in talking to in a business mentorship. You haven't started a business. You
Yeah.
just work in a business.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of a business, does everyone here have you created an LLC?
A what?
And have you created
Michael
an
Heinen
LLC?
said, yes, I had sex, but
Good.
I don't
All
tell
right.
other people to have outside of marriage while claiming to be a Christian.
Wait, well, all right. So I mean, this is my problem with organized religion, and it's that they want to tell other people how to live their lives. So like, hey, if you don't like Michael, if you don't want to tell people to have premarital sex, that's fine. I'm telling young American men that if you go into a marriage and you have no experience, I'm not even saying that you have to have penetrative coitus. If you want to just do over the pants stuff, if you want to just fondle each other's genitals and not have sex, fine. But if you don't have any experience, you're gonna go into marriage and you're gonna be part of that 50% of marriages that end in divorce because you're trying to lead a woman who's much more experienced than you. Like women do not respect a man who lacks experience, and that's in every realm: financial experience, sexual experience, emotional experience, relational experience. Like you need to be competent in
Gotta
all.
be battle tested.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want a noob. Like they don't want nobody wants a noob on their team. Martin, you're muted. But I think you are.
You hear me now?
Yes. You asked us about LLCs, and I'm a sole proprietor. I do not have an LLC, but I like do have a business.
Okay, so I think one of the modules that should be put into the program that we are in is to create an LLC through Zoom Legal.
Why?
Um, it's tax incentives. Also, it can build into. I'm in the middle of processing it, but it's tax incentives mostly. And when you do have a thing that brings income and income money, you put it into your company, not to you. And then it's a complex thing. I'm trying to learn,
No, I
but
know what you're talking about. You're talking about reducing your taxable income. Therefore, you get into a lower tax bracket, and then most of the equipment that you buy can be work related if you set up your LLC to do a
yeah,
certain.
yeah. So my home that I'm in right here
Yeah,
is going to go into the LLC.
right.
The truck I drive to work is get transferred into the LLC. The credit cards I have will get transferred to the LLC. Yeah. Oh, and another thing I wanted to share was an experience that my best friend is going through right now. My best friend is going through a divorce right now. Now, we talk about these dynamics on relationships, finding the right women, and hoping that she is loyal to us. My best friend, married for over 21 years, three children. Two are over 18, so they're out of the nest. One is 14. He's a guy. The woman just all of a sudden just wanted to want to
Michael
divorce.
Heinen
And,
said,
and
so
here's
are
the
you
thing.
guys okay with unmarried common law couples?
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing, though, is that he did everything right. He's a business owner. He's an entrepreneur. Has three businesses, successful. He's on the commissionary of the local town where he lives. So he's known locally, and he has the most positive impression of that area. And all of a sudden, she's bored and wants to divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave her one of the businesses, $65,000 cash, a condo fully paid for, as like, okay, here you go. you want to leave. I'm setting you up. Here you go. And she got it. She kept her car, and yet she still contested.
Oh yeah, no, like I wouldn't give her.
It's
I
like
wouldn't give her shit.
it's like, and he's like millions in debt. He's
Uh,
millions in debt. He kept the debt. Like
I'd be like, you want to split this up? Here, you get. Here's your half of the debt too.
I, that's what I'm
This is
telling
your
him,
debt.
man. 'Cause she's coming. It's like she initially signed it and said I'll accept, and then she got a lawyer because she listens to bullshit. Oh, I can fight this and get more. It's like, no, bitch, you ain't getting more. you're you're gonna get significantly less now, or you can go back to the same planned thing. It's crazy. It's nuts. It's freaking nuts.
All right. Well, we're about out of time. We're gonna wrap it up. Would you guys really quickly offer? Let's like close on a note of gratitude, and you can offer gratitude towards anyone. Doesn't have to be anyone in here. Is there anyone you want to shout out? Anyone that you want to recognize right now?
I want to shout out my sister. Uh, she's pretty cool. My brother-in-law for what he provides me and at least gives me the resources to help so I can do what I'm doing. And then Martin Pierce KC at Instagram, my online Martin Pierce KC, YouTube, and Kids Playland. It's something, yeah. So Kids Play Zone. Kids Play Zone. Look it up. YouTube. Kids Play Zone. It's gonna come.
All right.
That's it.
Dylan, any gratitudes or recognitions that you want to share?
Sure. First and foremost, Chris, you the man. Thanks for having us on your show.
Yes.
Thanks for a platform for people to learn and just get entertained, and just talk a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Our voices don't matter. It's not going nowhere. No, no, that's wrong. But yeah, shout out to you. Obviously, shout out to all the guys in MOA who watch this and um, are just a good group of guys to be around who think about progressing their lives and want to be the best version of themselves. And this is not just like, hey, vibrations and energy. No, these are like real time actions between their finances, their career, between their social circle, between the events that they go to, the the type of person that people say they are when they talk about the other people, like that type of influence. Shout out to U.S. Army, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, I wanted to share my gratitude with you two guys. My gratitude with, like you said, all the guys in the Men of Action program. So supportive. I've gotten so many great guests these past I don't know how I've been in it for like I don't know 2 or 3 months, and I've already had several dozen guys from Men of Action be my guests. And it's awesome. I'm always getting new perspectives and new thought-provoking concepts that are given to me. Love to give my love to give a shout out to my coach. By the way, I wanted to ask you, Martin. I think I asked you. Your coach is Luke.
No, my coach was Casey, but we're no longer taking calls because it's kind of like so. See, like I'm no longer. I understand the concepts, and so now it's just I'm too busy taking action right now,
Good.
creating a YouTube channel, doing Men of Action. I'm kind of like I'm already on the path, and that's when you because you're less than 6 months, and it's called mastermind or mastery.
Yeah.
When you get into mastery, you understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do a coaching call, but my coach was Casey.
Yeah.
Um, he was a good guy. He's an awesome person, and highly suggested. No, that's all I got.
And Dylan, who's your coach?
My coach it's Casey.
Okay.
Before that, it was Anthony Dorito.
Okay. All right, so my coach is Kareem, and in exactly 1 week I'm having Kareem on my podcast. My next
Kareem's a good guy, dude. I like Kareem. I would love to have a coaching session with Kareem.
he's I think every Friday night he does like a live call every Friday night.
Yep.
You do.
Some of the people are like out, busy out and about. I'm always doing a podcast on Friday night, but I'm making it a habit that after my podcast I'm going out too, and I'm starting to really see like some changes because I'm taking action. But
Yeah.
guys, if you're watching, you want to watch next week on Sunday. I'm having Kareem on, and before that on Friday I'm having Steve and Brian, those Atlanta boys from the Dirty South. So tune in and watch that. That'll be next Friday at 7 o'clock. And thank you guys so much. It was an honor to bring in episode number 50 with you guys. You were great. And
It was an honor. Great honor. Yeah.
And also the audience. You guys have been loyal and faithful this all 50 episodes. You guys have stuck by me, and to the A1 day ones, you know who you are. Like your support has been unwavering, and it means so much to me. Without further ado, I'm gonna take you guys off the screen. I'm gonna go into my outro. So once again, we want to humbly thank our listeners and pay them ample gratitude for the patronage. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have such a high-quality interactive show. So thank you, audience. I'd like to take this time to remind all of our listeners that we're spreading like a virus. The Good Faith Podcast is now officially on YouTube Live with video, as well as Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, RSS.com, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Listen Notes, iHeartRadio, and Patreon and Twitch. On Patreon, we're working to build additional value for the multiple tiers of donors with special content, super chat priority, VIP in-person meetings. We do value your attention, so thank you for quieting your TikTok brain for the last 2.5 hours. This is a reminder, if you feel you got any value from our show, it takes basically zero extra work to like, subscribe. It'll move us closer to our goal of having thousands of subscribers, which will bump us up in the algorithm. It'll expose us to more potential listeners. If you guys want to share us with more of your friends, we'd be absolutely delighted to extend our outreach. The quickest way for us to broaden our exposure is for you listeners to each share us with one friend. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. If you live in the greater Philadelphia area, or really you live anywhere, I can fit you in. Reach me at Instagram DM at Christopher Bulick. The Patreon link's in the description. I'm also going to have everybody's social media handles and their like content channels links in the description. So check there. All proceeds will go towards rent, food, electricity, new computer equipment, and Clark's medical expenses. My cat is an epileptic, so he has to have what is it? I think it's called like phenobarbital is the pill that I got to give him 2 times a day, or he'll seize and perish.
There he is! It's you!
To all of our faithful audience, we wish you a wonderful week, a happy and healthy lifestyle, and to all of you, we bid you goodbye.
Oh, goodness gracious.